Live from the center of the National Communication Network, this is FYP News. For you Philippines News, the country's most trusted network. At the forefront of the breaking news, a signal number 4 typhoon with an international name Rai and the local name Odette ravaged the Philippines.
Good evening, Philippines. According to the Pag-asa, a severe typhoon that is considered as the strongest storm in 2021 hit the Philippines on the 15th of December later that year.
A devastating scene that caused havoc in western Visayas. Kyler Pangilinan reporting. What was the status of the typhoon?
Yes, Jo Marie, according to Pag-asa, Tropical Cyclone Rai has intensified into a typhoon as of 7 a.m. of December 15. Typhoon Rai further intensified while moving west-northwestward at 25 kilometers per hour over the Philippine Sea.
So, you mean that this typhoon is stronger than we expected?
Yes, Jo Marie.
Thank you, Kyler. For additional update, here is Ais Edit to report.
As Kyler said, the eye of the typhoon was expected to hit or landfall on Thursday, December 15, in Caraga or the eastern Visayas. The typhoon has a gust of 80 km per hour near the center, and it's moving west to northwest at 20 km per hour. But we were uncertain at the time, so we thought it's only in Caraga but also in Samar and Davao region. So the people needed to prepare for this type of typhoon because it will cross the Visayas and maybe the western Philippine Sea on Saturday. Ayesha Dueñas, FYP News.
December 14th of 2021, the expected typhoon landed around Visayas. Jonas Galiza reporting.
The Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration announced that a severe tropical storm with an international name Rai entered the Philippine area of responsibility and was named Odette on December 14, 2021. Tropical storm cyclone wind signal number 1 was raised in provinces in eastern and northern Mindanao. The severe tropical storm Odette then slightly intensified before dawn on Wednesday, December 15, already nearing the typhoon category as expected. Odette had maximum sustained winds of 110 km per hour from the previous 100 km per hour, while its gustiness increased to 135 km per hour from 125 km per hour. Pag-asa expected Odette to reach a peak intensity of 155 km per hour before making landfall in Caraga or eastern Visayas on Thursday afternoon or evening of December 16. According to Pag-asa's rainfall forecast on Wednesday, December 15, early Thursday morning, December 16, there was light to moderate rain with at times heavy rain on Surigao del Norte, Surigao del Sur, and Dinagat Islands. Jonas Galiza, FYP News.
Now, for the report on the peak of the Super Typhoon Odette, here is Kyler Pangilinan reporting.
On December 16, Thursday, morning parts of Mindanao and Visayas were placed under signal number 4 as Typhoon Odette intensified further ahead of its expected landfall in the Caraga region. Odette had maximum sustained winds of 185 km per hour from the previous 165 km per hour, while its gustiness increased to 230 km per hour from the previous 205 km per hour. Pag-asa said in a bulletin release past 11 a.m., the typhoon intensification will continue until it makes landfall on Thursday, and it could reach a peak of intensity of 125 km per hour. Pag-asa also reiterated that there is a moderate to high risk of storm surge up to 3 meters high, which may cause life-threatening flood in the low-lying coastal areas. of Central Visayas, Northern Mindanao, Iloilo, Guimaras, Negros Occidental, Eastern Samar, Southern Leyte, Dinagat Islands, Surigao del Norte, Surigao del Sur, Agusan del Norte, and several localities in the northern portion of Palawan, including Calamian, Cuyo, and Cagancillo Islands, Antique, the southern portion of Samar, Leyte, and Davao Oriental.
Kyler Pangilinan,
FYP News.
Nandito na si Bong Revilla!
Bong Banila po.
Number 16 sa balota.
Did you know that women prefer men 1 bajillion times more than ladies' scented body washes? Did you know that I'm riding this horse backwards? Ciao!
This is Ashanta Malakan and you are watching F4 News. Hundreds of people died and many establishments were damaged by the typhoon under signal number 4. Nadine Almario reporting.
The entire damage to agricultural infrastructure caused by Typhoon Odette, which inflicted issues in the large regions of Visayas and Mindanao in December, has now reached 30 billion. As per the department's latest report, agriculture damage from the typhoon has already surpassed 13.4 billion. Rice, corn, high-value harvest, coconut, sugarcane, poultry, and fisheries are all affected. The DA has said it will provide 2.9 billion to farmers and fishermen who have been impacted by the calamity. Meanwhile, infrastructure damage is estimated to have cost 17.7 billion. Caraga region experienced the highest damage with an estimated cost of 12.82 billion. Caraga includes the island provinces of Dinagat and Surigao, as well as the city of Surigao, which were also seriously damaged by the country's most destructive typhoon last year. Furthermore, schools and other government buildings and facilities, as well as roadways and bridges, were half of the 667 structures destroyed. 1.86 million homes have been affected. Although restoration and reconstruction operations are ongoing, many people remain displaced, the majority of which are accommodated in the 1,181 evacuation shelters. Nadine Almario, FYP News.
Is there anything left of what you planted that you can use in your everyday consumption?
Wala gyud. Wala na gyud ultimo saging hurot ang lobe. Tinuod na ay lobe pero amo makupras ba kani nga minaw ko ani mura manig dili ni siya ko anya. Dili po ni ako kasakuha po ning papa. Yung mga lobe. Pero sa mga saging wala na gyud mabaligya. Wala na gyud kuan sa mga pang sa kong mga pamilya. Makabaligya aron makapalit og pagkaon. Ihurot man yun. Manggid tayo mahimo kay sa naman.
For the statistics of the survivor, death, and still missing people, here we have Joshua Gulapa reporting.
The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council said that at least 407 confirmed individuals had died due to Typhoon Odette. At least 83 were still missing, while 1,147 individuals were injured after the typhoon wreaked havoc in Visayas and Mindanao. Central Visayas still has the highest death with 220, followed by Caraga with 71, and Western Visayas with 54. These are the updated breakdowns of death is as follows. According to the NDRRMC, at least 1,082,910 families or 4,235,400 individuals were affected by Typhoon Odette. The agency also recorded at least 508,785 houses damaged by Typhoon Odette. Joshua Gulapa, FYP News.
In times of calamities, Filipinos have a spirit of civic unity and cooperation, teamwork, and most of all, resilience. We have Mike in his report. Mike?
Yes, Shanta. President Rodrigo Duterte has assured that all government assets will be utilized to provide aid to victims of Typhoon Odette. He later then promised to raise 10 billion pesos for rehabilitation efforts and release funds from his office to provide assistance to typhoon-ravaged areas. The Department of Budget and Management released an additional 4.85 billion pesos to cover the financial assistance of individuals residing in cities and municipalities affected by Typhoon Odette. Financial and humanitarian assistance continued to pour in from several countries around the world to help hundreds of thousands of people in the Visayas and Mindanao recently affected by Typhoon Odette. December 16, 2021, Super Typhoon Rai, locally known as Odette, brings torrential rains, floods, and storm surge. Few celebrities give their hands to those people who needed their help, like Nadine Lustre, who shared the place with them. Angel Oxina and Chris Aquino worked together to help the victims of the Typhoon Odette. There are some individuals who helped the victims during the disaster too, like the participants of Muni Muni who created a Discord server and streams live to get a fund and help those people who were affected by the Typhoon Odette. Mike Sagum, FYP News.
Thank you, Mike, for the last report regarding Typhoon Odette.
I am Shanta Mulakatan.
And I am Joma Riparungao.
We only have 317 days until Christmas Day.
And once again, you are tuning to For You Philippines News. Speak out with freedom.
Global news for every Filipino.
This is FYP, For You Philippines News. Good evening to all. God bless and keep safe.